good morning, or good day, or good evening, Andrew. Nice to meet you here again.
Lovely to be back with you, Ulrike. Great to see you.
Our theme today is how can we use mental fitness in between family and business? So, you have a family. How many kids do
Mm.
you have?
I have two adults, a 20-year-old daughter and a 22-year-old son.
So, very interesting. They
Yes,
are studying already. And
they are.
so, how do you use I mean, you have a profession, you are working. How do you use the mental fitness, the mental stuff, the tools in
Yeah.
between these two, fields?
It's interesting, Ulrike, when I reflect about a family dynamic, and I'm using my family as the only one that I'm qualified to talk about, I I'm very conscious that giving my young adult children time and space to actually engage with their parents. I think we promote a non-judgmental environment whereby they can come and talk to my wife or myself about things without fear of criticism. And we also promote the importance of their peer social networks, which I think are really important that they have got a peer network of like-minded young people with similar values that can look after each other, look out for each other, be there when they've got a struggle or a challenge, and also to enjoy this time in their lives. So I think as a parent, I try to promote a willingness and openness to communicate, to listen in a non-judgmental way, provide them with the tools that they feel comfortable expressing themselves, and then very practically, live a healthy, positive lifestyle. Um, eat healthily, exercise, take time out for yourself for either meditation or some form of wellness strategy, I think is really important. And whether families do that together or as separate people, I think they're all valuable strategies. So there's the physical aspect, and then there's the mental space, and then there's the relationships, I suppose would be the three elements that I would talk about. But what about yourself? You've got children, adult children,
Yes, of
and
course.
grandchildren.
My children are all, I have three, and they
Mm,
are all over 30.
yes.
And they have, all three of them have two kids.
Mm,
So in this role, I am grandma. We are grandparents and
mm,
parents. So,
yeah.
and this changed in 21 because they all got their kids in their first kid in 21. This was a funny year.
Oh,
And
wow.
so we were in just in 1 year, we had a different role with all of them.
Yes.
And this was crazy because you are you have now a new position. You are not anymore just parents, so
Mm,
you're grandparents, and this is a
mm,
different role. And you need a new inner attitude to the
yeah.
kids and also to the grandchildren. And yeah, we talk a lot about mental stuff because now they are interested. How did I, as a pedagogue and a teacher in school,
Mm,
use those tools with the kids? Because they
yeah.
know, of course, they learned a lot from me because I was working, uh, 30, 40 years with kids in schools and
Mm,
kindergartens, and they want to know, how did you do that, Mom? How
yeah.
did you use that? How can you transform this? When they are angry or full of fear sometimes, which doesn't happen very often. So what can I do with it? And they know, my kids know the tools they can use
Mm,
for their kids and for themselves. And I think they are great parents. I would have loved to have these tools in that age when I was 30
yeah.
with my kids
Yeah.
at my hand because I didn't have it. And
No.
they are complete. Well, I did my best that time and I knew
Oh,
a lot, but now I know more and I can teach them also more if they want to know it and they they want to know a lot, and we talk about it, and it is so useful in normal life that
Yeah.
we can help those little kids. They are between 1 and 4, my grandchildren,
Yes.
and they can evolve their whole potential, I want to say, more, because my kids left their emotional stuff of fear or whatever, which they could have had with the kids.
Mm.
Because, for example, I have a 4-year-old grandchildren,
Mm.
and he is making saltos in the bed, in the
Yeah.
bed. So the bed is not that big, and there is a table next to it, which is hard and has corners. And my daughter and her husband, they are okay. Just pay attention. There is a table, so stay
Mm.
in the bed. So they are positive if he wants to work on it, to
Great.
train it. And she made a video for me, and
Yes.
yeah, he just turns around and then he gets up, and she is like, "Bravo, this was great." And he is really good. He is like a champion. Yeah, so I think your inner attitude
Mm.
helps you, but how do you get to this inner attitude to evolve the potential of the kids and the grandchildren? You need mental tools for yourself,
Yes.
because we
Yes.
are every day, we have some suggestions or inner feelings, emotions, where we could have fear or anger or whatever.
Mm.
And then you can just be conscious and tell yourself, oh my goodness, I want to change this. I want to transform this. I don't want to be the the human being I have been before. I want to be more. And yeah,
Yeah.
what do you think about this?
Eric, let me ask you, as a grandmother and as a mother and as an educator, did your children ever feel that a teacher was talking to them, not their mother was talking to them?
Yes, we had it when they were younger. Then
Yes.
I noticed this, that I could have been always the teacher,
Yes.
but I changed it at home, that I'm not the teacher, but I know that I can be a very good teacher,
Hmm.
where I evolve, yeah, really from my heart, the potential which I have in front of me. And I
Mm-hmm.
love to bring children and adults, of course, on stages.
Yes. Yes.
So,
The reason I ask was because occasionally I would give my children some advice and they would say, just be dad, don't be a teacher today. And I had to be really conscious of that. And I had to fully understand what they were meaning. And I didn't think that I was falling into teacher mode, yet they saw me fall into teacher mode. And it might have been the language I used was not kid-friendly father-child relationship language. It may have been teacher-student relationship language. So I had to be very conscious of that. And yet I think the lessons that I gave my children were very valued and very valuable. And I think, and I hope I have two well-rounded children. As I mean, your three adult children, I'm sure, are well-rounded now that they're parents themselves. It's interesting, though. I think you made a really valuable point that we have to give our children from a very young age, and you're now seeing with your grandchildren, that we have to give them the tools and the skills. And I think what you said about your daughter is really pertinent because if we can give children the opportunity to risk in a safe environment, then so long as they know that they're cared for and loved and supported, so if things go wrong, which they will occasionally, that their parents and grandparents are there to pick them up, that's great. And yet, if they don't have that opportunity to risk, then their life is going to be too sheltered. And I think that's becoming a problem with some of our helicopter parents, as we call them, or
mhm.
lawnmower parents, or tiger parents, whatever you want to call them, who are super, super, super overprotective for not wanting their children to experience any pain or any risk in the world. And that's a bit of a concern. I think if we give our children the strategies of mental health and mental well-being
mm,
and resilience and confidence, and we can let them risk in a safe environment, then we're going to do our children such great benefits so that they can explore the world.
mm,
And a little bit of risk is okay, and a little bit of trepidation or anxiety can be a good thing,
mm.
so long as they know their boundaries and they know there are caring adults to
Yes.
support them. I think it's really important. What are your thoughts?
I think, yes, you need a good risk inside of you to be sure to give them confidence that something can heal if they fall down a few
Yes.
steps when they are little children. And yeah, sometimes it has to happen and they learn with it.
Mm,
Even if I know that the boys are
mm.
very more riskful than the girls, but yeah, that's life. Those are boys. And then I have a daughter, she has two boys, and
Yes.
they are really crazy. And but you can't protect them all the day from falling somewhere.
That's
So they have, of course, hurts and yeah, things. And there, I teach them, and she teaches them
great.
that the body is good, and the body is
Yes.
also there to heal this.
Yeah.
So we talk about how can I think that my body heals quickly and then I can fall again? And they
Yes.
are so funny that really they are good in thinking, oh, my body is healing this. I have a good body, they tell me. I say, okay, so then go
Yeah.
try how it hurts, is or not. Perhaps
Yes.
it doesn't hurt. Perhaps it maybe we think it hurts and it doesn't
Mm.
hurt them. So
That's right.
don't teach them that something is hurting. Then they get fear that
Yeah.
something can hurt. And
Yeah.
but in real, it doesn't hurt them.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
think
Hmm.
I think the parents' response to when children risk and get hurt either physically or emotionally is critical to building a child's resilience. Because if they fall and get hurt, and yet mum and dad are saying it's okay, let's get up and continue, and they go, well, I'm okay about this. That's fine. I did fall down, but I can get back up either physically or figuratively, mentally. Then they're prepared to risk and they're prepared to have a go and they're prepared to learn, they're prepared to explore, which is what we need in the world. We need our young people to be doing all these things in a relatively safe environment. And only those skills can be taught by the caring adults, be their parents and be their educators. So these are really, really important lessons to build resilience and confidence and the world of exploration for our young people going into the future, I think.
Yes, I think so too. What do you think is the main point and the first step we should do before the skills come, the mental fitness skills, I call them? What do you
Hmm.
think is the first step parents could do to evolve the potential of the kids? And there are a lot of potentials, yeah. It's not just one,
Absolutely.
there are a lot.
Okay, a couple of things I would encourage parents to think about, and one is giving them exposure to the world. Uh, when I mean the world, I'm meaning in a safe environment within their realms of supervision. I talk about in one of the talks I give is about more green time outdoors exploring and
Mm,
less screen time. So less tablets, less iPads, less TVs, particularly for young children. I think they need to be outside doing things. I think they need to be closely supervised by their caring adults, be it their parents or be it their teachers, to just have a go and try. There's a great American psychologist called Carol Dweck, Dweck, and Carol is the great, her great theory is around having a growth mindset, which simply means when children say they can't do something, all you have to do is add the word yet to that phrase and say, you can't do it yet, but I'll
Mm,
support you to learn how to do it at some
mm.
point. And that's particularly relevant in education. I think it's relevant at home. I think it's relevant in business, anywhere. We can't do it and we can't do it yet. It's a really powerful three-letter word. So I think before we teach the formal skills, give children exposure to the world in a safe, supported environment. Let them risk, to some extent. I also think it's important that we give them exposure to their peer network so that when they do go to the formalities of school, they've already engaged in daycares or they've engaged in play groups so that they know there are going to be peers of their own age that they're going to have to learn to relate to. There's also going to be other caring adults in their lives, be it the teachers and teacher aides and whoever. So I think it's important that children get exposure to other caring adults and their peer network so that those relationships can be formed in creating a culture of trust, creating a culture of collaboration, two of my buzzwords, so that they know that the world's okay. And then we're in a position to say, right, now we can teach them the skills more.
Okay, so we have an internet problem. Ah, okay, you are here again.
Better.
Okay, there was
Yeah.
an interruption. Yes, I think so too. And I love the point with the nature, going out into the nature,
Mm,
because if you have kids, they use a lot the computer or the mobile.
yep.
I think there happens an interruption in between brain and heart and body,
Mm, mm,
and they can't evolve their senses. And that is
mm,
a big, big, big problem in the world, in the schools, in the kindergartens. And the easiest thing is to go out, to go into nature, to go by bike, to
mm.
walk, swim,
Yes.
whatever, but take them, even if they say, no, I don't want to go out today, take them and make it interesting to
Yeah.
go outside. I go, what is today? Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow,
Mm,
my son asked me on Wednesday. I often take two of the kids from my son. They are
yes.
1 and 4. And for tomorrow, I said, let's do, well, I always do something interesting, but tomorrow we do something different, interesting. I wanted to do for, yeah, a long time. And we drive by the train to Stuttgart, a town in Germany,
Yes.
and there is a mayor house. Sometimes I show it to people which come from outside because
Yes.
this is so old and I don't know where it is. Also, it is a paternoster. Do you know a paternoster?
No. Tell me.
A paternoster is Aufzug. Oh my goodness, what is Aufzug in English? Is a transportation upstairs and downstairs, an escalator,
Oh, yes. Yes.
and it is open, so you
Wow.
can jump in, and it is always driving. It is out of wood, very very old. It is
Wow.
driving like 4 floors, I think, up, so you can see
Yes.
when the floor is coming, and then you see how thick it is, and you have to wait, and then you see with your eyes first the floor, and then the beings, and then it goes up. Then you see the ceiling, and then the next floor comes, and you can go around on the
Mm.
top and go down to
Wow.
the cellar, or you can jump out. So I have never been there with them, but I have been there a lot of times. And well, when we have a visit from America or somewhere,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
always try to visit the Paternoster, because in old films, very old films,
Mhm.
you can see the Paternoster, and
Wow.
I can't remember which film it is, but I forgot. And so this is so interesting. And always when I am there, it doesn't matter when I'm there with little kids or
Mm.
puberty kids or adults. It is so interesting. They don't need a mobile or a
No,
TV because they have so much fun. So I think it needs those interesting things where you as an adult can feel what is interesting today or this week,
yeah,
and then you talk about it on Wednesday. We go there. Oh, yeah, we are happy. When do we go there? They are so curious. And that makes the life, uh, yeah, more joyful and
absolutely.
resilient. Yeah.
You said a really important word then, and I think that curiosity is something that is innate in most children, if not all children. They
Mm.
want to explore the world, they want to ask questions. So when you give them a new experience as you're going to provide tomorrow, then children will naturally want to ask questions and want to learn without knowing they're learning. They want to learn and engage with what's around them, which is just so important. I think one of the challenges for parents is when they want to provide their children with so many opportunities that are timetabled and they believe they're doing the best thing by their children, and in some ways they are. However, if children don't know how to occupy their time by just exploring the world and just seeing what else is out there, then I think they're missing out in some ways. And when they become teenagers and their life is no longer heavily timetabled, they don't have a fear that they can get into trouble and mischief because they've always been timetabled and regulated, and this is what you have to do. Because I have to do music, I have to do sport, I have to do chess, I have to do band, all these things that are great opportunities. And yet, as little people, sometimes they just need to go, well, we're going to explore the park, or we're going to explore the rainforest, or we're going to just read a book, or any of those things that aren't necessarily timetable can be as valuable so that they can build that resilience and that self-regulation to know how to manage their emotions without someone saying, here's the timetable, here's what we're going to be doing. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I think so. It is more important to do, well, they need a timetable and they go to school, but I think
Mm,
being just yourself without a timetable is more
mm,
important because then they can learn what are their qualities, what
yeah,
am I for here,
yeah,
and they can make this bigger. And if when they are in school and they have the timetable after school also with
yes,
sports and music lessons. I mean, I'm a musician, I love to teach them music,
mm,
but if they have too much
mm,
lessons and only learning, and not and they have not time to bring to evolve themselves, time for myself, for my inner
mm,
yeah, evolvement, they I think they get a lot of people get aggressive, a lot of pupils get aggressive because of
yeah,
this,
yeah,
and they miss the main important things, just to go out, have friends, to have social
absolutely.
connection,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
social connection with the friends in nature. There you have 2 points in one. Just
yes,
leave them playing, make yourself dirty, let the kids make them dirty and dance in the rain,
yeah,
um, barefoot or with the shoes, it doesn't matter, but the rain is so important because you can feel it on the skin, in the face, on
yeah.
the head. I do not use an umbrella because I love it.
Ah,
I mean,
great.
I don't love it on my glasses, but I love it on my face. And when I have wet hair, I think it's funny. And when the
Yeah,
kids learn with me that rain is funny,
yeah,
they talk, oh, it's raining, how funny. They have a complete different inner attitude to the rain than other
yes,
kids.
absolutely. Absolutely. They're great lessons, absolutely important lessons. They really are.
So what do you think is the sentence, the tip you want to give today to our, yeah, parents who are listening here, listeners?
So let me try and sum up some important messages. So parents need to give their children opportunities to explore the world in a safe environment. And when children do fall down, figuratively or practically, that mum and dad's response, the parents' response, can dictate the children's response in some ways. So if mum and dad say, it's all okay, let's get up and let's continue on, the children will probably follow suit, so long as there's nothing serious. Whereas if mum and dad go, oh no, are you okay? And they fuss all over them, then the children will think there's something wrong. So I think parents, if they can give their children opportunities to explore the world in a safe environment, allow them to risk, allow them to fall down and get back up again, build resilience, build some confidence, then I think we're doing our children a huge service for the future.
Cool. Thank you very much, Andrew, again for this talk. I love the talks with you, and yeah, we will see us again with the next
Absolutely. Thanks,
theme.
Ulrike. Good to chat.
And please give us a thumb up if you think this is a good talk and you love more of it. Have a good day.